think we can get started. I mean, it's only 10:02, so
Perfect.
probably the other half of the participants will show up in the next probably 3 to 4 minutes. But but anyhow, hey guys. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Micah Riley. Obviously, we're with Title One. So basically, just to kind of give everybody a little insight, the reason why we are currently doing these short webinars is basically the idea is we're trying to provide value to real estate agents. So we're trying to teach you some things that maybe you don't already know, that's going to help you grow your business. And I think the coolest part about these classes, kind of our goal, I know Devin and I have talked a lot about this, is that when you leave this 30 to 45-minute webinar, our hope is that there is definitely a few things that you're going to learn that you didn't already know. All right. So obviously the goal is to help you sell more houses. I mean, that's just basically the gist of it. So, so again, my name is Micah. Today, just to kind of give you a quick insight on probably what we're going to go over, and it's not going to be me, it's going to be Devin, which is great. So we're going to talk a little bit about just kind of like why video is important. It's obviously 2023. We see a lot of video. So why it's important. We'll talk a little bit about, well, maybe Devin can hopefully share a little bit about his YouTube following. Over the last couple of years, Devin obviously has seen a lot of value in video and posting. And yeah, I think Devin's had, I think I mentioned this in the video before, but Devin's had, I think, almost 2.5 million views on his YouTube channel, which is pretty wild. I think it was a story that he shared. Maybe he'll share it again, but pretty cool. Quite a following on YouTube. We're going to talk a little bit about some good ideas for like what kind of content to post, maybe, maybe where to post it, what type of equipment you need to make video. You're going to be surprised that it's pretty simple to do that. And then like maybe some, basic editing tools or how to get comfortable on screen. So I know that that's a ton of content to pack into 30 or 45 minutes, but I will turn it over to Devin. But yeah, if anybody has any questions, definitely throw your questions in the chat. Obviously, I think everyone's pretty much muted right now. So if for whatever reason you need to say something, feel free to unmute and ask your questions, or you can post your questions in the chat, and we'll have a little Q&A at the end. So rock and roll, Dev.
All right, guys. Good morning. Good morning. I just want to thank you guys so much for taking the time this morning to join this call. I know that everybody's busy. We're quickly approaching spring buying season, so everybody's buying and selling, and everybody has things to do. So we do want to abide by that time frame of 30 to 45 minutes max. So we're going to push through everything. We have a lot of content to get through, like Micah said, and we're going to jump right in. So you guys are on this call because you want to know why video is important. Now, everybody on this call has seen video. We all are on Instagram. We all are on Facebook. And some of you guys that are a little trendy may have popped into TikTok as well. I see Kelly on the call. Kelly has a cool TikTok, in which I'm going to mention her today because I love what she's doing on her TikTok channel. And it's going to go a lot to what we have to do, a lot that we're going to go over today. So video is so important, right? Video is so important because it gives people an idea of who you are without them physically being there with you. So a lot of times in our industry as real estate professionals, a lot of times we don't meet people until it is time for us to provide a service to that individual. So when we meet people, a lot of times that is an individual's first time getting a first impression of us. But the cool thing about videos is videos have the way of basically getting people to get to know you through video before they ever even get to meet you. So what makes it great is when they meet you in person, they already kind of know you because they've been watching your videos, right? So videos are so cool. We all have watched movies before, and we've seen actors that we felt a connection to just from watching them on screen. It's something about seeing people on screen that you build a connection to people. Like, it's just so weird, but we all do it. I watch some of my favorite shows, and I just know that if I ever see some of these actors, I'm going to walk up to them and be like, "What's up, dude?" And they're going to look at me like I'm crazy because they're like, "Dude, that was just act," but same thing when it comes to real life videos. People are going to come up to you and they're going to be like, "Oh my gosh, I saw you doing this, or I saw you doing that on Instagram or Facebook. This is so cool." So it gives you an idea. It gives individuals that want to get to know you an idea of who you are, right? So videos can also, and this is one of my favorite parts, and this is going to be basically the main discussion of today's presentation. Videos can give an inside look into what your real life looks like outside of real estate, right? People want to know who you are. People want to know, do you have family, right? Do you have kids? What your kids play sports, right? What are you that mom in the crowd that goes crazy every time little John makes a point? Like, are you that person? Like, we want to see the real, right? So at the end of the day, people want to see what you're into, not just in your real estate life, because we know that's a major aspect of our lives, right? But we also want to see what you're into outside of real estate. One of my favorite things about working for Cutler Real Estate is our mission, right? Our mission is to thrive. If you notice what Andy always says, he says our mission is to thrive in life first and then in business, guys. So it's so cool because you have the ability through video to show people what your life looks like and basically make an impact. And when people get to know you in person, you already kind of have that connection there. So I want to share a little bit about my video experience over the past couple of years and why video has become very important to me and how it has kind of changed my life. And then I want to share how that applies to you and some video ideas that you can jump into immediately just to kind of get your ball rolling with videos. So I started, as Micah mentioned, I started a YouTube channel back in 2018. And when I started the YouTube channel, my goal was basically to educate people on basic fundamentals when it came to like real estate investing and like building credit. Because I come from a community in which, you know, everybody's not doing the stuff that my wife and I are doing, unfortunately, right? There's most people in my community who will never, ever, ever buy a home, unfortunately. And it's just because we are not educated on the process. We don't know what it looks like to build our credit, right? We don't know what it looks like to save up money, right? We listen to rap lyrics all day that are telling us to blow our money fast. So there's just certain things that we didn't have access to. So I started my YouTube channel in hopes of changing that. I wanted my viewers to see me as an individual being young, being relatable, and share my story in a way that people could say, okay, if this young guy is going out and buying properties, I can do the same thing. Or maybe I don't have to rent for the rest of my life. Maybe I can one day own a property too, like Devin. So that was my goal in starting my YouTube channel. And I was basically trying to be a teacher, right? So I started my channel as basically trying to teach people, in which we have all seen people on Instagram, on Facebook, trying to serve as teachers. And as we know, most of the time when we see those teaching type of videos, our hands sort of just keep scrolling. And so we see the next piece of entertaining content that we want to see, because nobody wants to sit there and watch a 30-minute video on Instagram. We get on Instagram to get a relief, not to sit there and feel like we're back in college, right? So I started my YouTube channel trying to teach. And one day, my wife had to break it to me, unfortunately. She said, you know, babe, you know, I think it's great what you're trying to do and the idea is there, but she said, to be honest, they're just not here for that right now. They want to see what your actual life looks like. And to be honest, I was kind of offended by that, because I was like, well, what do you mean? Like, I'm basically showing people how they can live the life like ours so that they can live like this too. Like, and she's like, that's all fine and dandy, Devin, but they don't care. You know, they don't care what you have to say right now. They want to see your life. They want to see you out enjoying your motorcycles. They want to see us out on date night. They want to see what our real life looks like, right? It's cool that we own rental properties and it's cool that, you know, we have this stuff going on, but to be honest, they want to see the lifestyle. They want to be entertained. They don't care to be educated by you right now. Not yet. And, you know, when she broke it down, I was like, okay, I hear you, but I still kept trying to educate people. And I did that for another year. And long story short, after about a year, I just started implementing a little bit of my life. Now, where video is interesting and where this is going to be difficult for some of you, a lot of us are private, right? We're all very private to a certain extent. Nobody is that person that is like, well, there's probably some people out there, but I don't know very many people out there because I'm a very outgoing individual, as all of you know. But I don't know very many people that are very comfortable putting themselves out there every day and being somewhat famous in your head. That's kind of how you have to look at videos, because everybody sees them, right? So it can be very difficult sometimes to put yourself in a mindset that, am I comfortable sharing this information with the whole wide world to see? But in my story, I had to get to a point where I was like, you know what? God is blessing me to be a light. Why not use my light that he's given me to make an impact in this world. So I started sharing my life a little bit more, guys. I started showing, hey, my wife and I, we're going to get ice cream. Wifey, what flavor did you get? And I started off real basic, guys. Like I kept it real simple. And then my life just started opening up more and more and more. And then I started talking about in my videos, hey guys, this is this motorcycle. I've had this bike for this long. This is how much I paid for my motorcycle. This is how I actually paid for my motorcycle by buying a rental property and blah, 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 right? Like I ended up going into more and more detail over time. And pretty soon I realized that all the fears that I had about, you know, people being all up in my information and, you know, me worrying that somebody was gonna come get me because I was sharing my life through video online, like all the craziness just went out the window, guys. And I realized that for me, I was doing more good than anybody could claim it was bad, because I was really just helping people and I was giving people light and I was giving people an insight of my life, right? So my YouTube channel started growing when I started implementing my life, when I stopped trying to be a teacher and I started basically entertaining people with my lifestyle. And my YouTube channel eventually got monetized. And after it got monetized, the channel went from, you know, making a couple $100s a month to $1,000 a month to some months. The highest month we ever did on YouTube was like $4,000 in a month, just from posting videos about my life, you know, which is kind of crazy. The biggest fear that I had, I didn't want to give people an inside look into my life, and outside of my comfort zone was where the success lied, which was weird. So that's my mini like little YouTube story. Now, how does this relate to you as a real estate professional? If we ask every single person on this call, which we don't have time to do today because we're already 15 minutes in and I got 15 minutes to go. We ask everybody on this call what you like to see when you're scrolling through Instagram, when you're scrolling through TikTok, when you're scrolling through Facebook. Everybody on the call is going to have a different answer. I got the opportunity to give a similar presentation down at our Cutler Worcester office about a month ago. And we went around the whole room and asked all 15 realtors, what do you guys like to see on social media? And everybody went around the room and everybody was laughing and smiling, talking about the things that they love to see. And then I posed a question at the end once it got back to me. I said, guys, I realized that no one said that they love to see realtors teaching people about the home buying process on their social media feed. And everybody went, you're right. And then I said, well, wait a minute. Nobody said that. Why is that? And everybody was like, well, wait a minute. Why is that? In the honest reality, guys, is social media is so cool because it gives people an opportunity to see your life. That is why social media was brought to this world. We get an insight into each other's lives because at the end of the day, we're all very nosy. I don't care what anybody says. We're all nosy people. And the reason I know we're nosy is because every day and I'm not saying like this isn't a bad thing. This is actually a really good thing. We're nosy in a good way. Every day I get new Facebook requests from different people that would like to be friends because they want to see what's going on in my life, right? And that's an honor. That's a privilege because like clearly people want to see what's going on in all of our lives, right? And that's ultimately how we build connections with people. In our business, connections are everything because that's ultimately how we're able to bless more people with their real estate needs, whether that be buying or selling real estate, right? So people want to be entertained, not put to sleep. So write that down because as you're making videos, you're going to have to ask yourself that $1 million question. Would I actually want to sit here and watch this video? Or is this going to put someone to sleep? Because those videos that are real estate related content have a time and a place, and we're going to talk about those at the end of the presentation. But on your Instagram, on your Facebook, and on your TikTok, those videos need to be somewhat entertaining. Now, what do you post? Because that's everybody's on this call like, okay, Devin, this sounds good, you know, but you're special because you've already been making videos for years, or you already know how to hold the camera. You already know how to record. You know how to edit. What should I even post? Post videos of what you love doing on social media. Before Mike and I sent out that video, and Kelly, I'm so sorry to put you on the spot again. You can cover up your camera if you don't want to be on the spot. But I had a conversation with Kelly a few weeks ago before we even posted the video. And randomly, we just started talking about videos. And Kelly told me that, hey, I actually have a TikTok page in which, I don't know if you know this, Devin, but I live on a farm and I share our different farm adventures that we have on my TikTok page. And I was like, oh my gosh, Kelly. I could not believe that she was basically doing what we were already planning on teaching, because ultimately Kelly loves what she does. She wouldn't live on a farm if she didn't love animals. And there's so many other people that love animals and personally would like to know, like, what's life like on a farm? Like, what's it like to raise different animals? And Kelly is able to show that in what she's doing. And she may not even know that she's doing this, but what she's doing is people are building a connection to Kelly through watching her videos of her making videos of her taking care of her animals, her raising her kids and showing her kids different stuff on the farm. So Kelly is posting videos of doing something that she loves. I recommend to everyone on this call, whatever it is that you love, that's what you should post of. For me, my following blew up when I started posting videos about me loving to ride motorcycles. A lot of people started tuning in because people can tell when you're truly passionate about something. Like when I start talking about motorcycles, if you see me in person and I start talking about motorcycles, my voice starts changing and I start shaking a little bit because I start getting excited. And Mike is smiling because he knows this to be so true. But I get excited because it's something I'm passionate about. We all have things that we're passionate about, right? I may be passionate about motorcycles. You may be passionate about bowling, right? I went bowling over the weekend with our Cutler Worcester realtors, and I found out we had some bowlers that were just crazy. Post videos of you bowling. You know how many people like bowling? The alley was packed. We couldn't even get a place. So post videos of that. Maybe you're a roller skater. Come to find out, a realtor that's actually on this call right now is some professional roller skater that nobody even knew about, but I've never seen a video on social media of this man roller skating. How cool would it be for a young guy like me who loves real estate that loves roller skating, to an older guy that in another world might not be relatable to me, right? A person in their 50s or 60s might not be as relatable to a person like me, a millennial getting ready to buy their first home or buy investment properties or whatever. But what can make that individual more relatable as a realtor is if they're doing something through video that I can see, that I can relate to, and I can build a connection to through video. So whatever you're passionate about, that's what you should post on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Now, again, if this was easy, everybody on this call would be posting videos already. And that's where it can be uncomfortable, right? We're doing something that we've never done before. Most of you guys have never held a camera like this in front of your face ever in life, other than on FaceTime, and your face is like all in the screen. And we're wondering like, hey, you know, like that old meme that you got games on your phone like meme. Like it's just, but it's something that you have to practice, and it's something that you'll get better with over time. So like I already mentioned, you want to post these videos on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok if you want to be trendy. Facebook and Instagram are fine. TikTok is new. TikTok is hot. TikTok is probably one of the most popular social media platforms right now. But I've dibbled and dabbled in it a little bit, and it is kind of difficult to build a following. A lot of times you already have a following on Facebook, and you already have a following possibly on Instagram. And then on those platforms, you can also get people to share your stuff as well. So you already have your spear on those platforms. So as you're making videos, you can tell your family like, hey, I'm trying to build my social media following. Please share my content when you see that I post it. You know, it's free. You know, it's not, you know, an inconvenience to your day. All you got to do is hit one button and it's shared with their whole sphere. And then, you know, your stuff is just going to kind of organically grow over time, and people are just going to kind of get to know you through your videos. So next, guys, again, what should you post? Because I know we're still spinning. We're spinning our wheels. We're like, but what can I actually post in my life? And again, I'm going to flip that question back to you. What do you and your friends love doing? My goal is that we all have hobbies outside of real estate. I know that real estate is one of those industries, and I fall habit to it. It seems like every day. Sometimes I'll be like, oh my gosh, my life is so hectic. This real estate stuff is crazy. Because as you guys know, I work for Title I full time as our relationship manager. When I leave here, my wife and I, we own 8 investment properties. So a lot of times I'm dealing with tenants that, you know, stuff is going on. So sometimes real estate can be so overwhelming because there's always so much going on, but it's so important for us to have lives outside of this crazy, hectic business, or else we're going to go crazy, right? So what are you and your friends doing? What's your escape, right? What's your escape? Because that's what people are going to connect to. A lot of times people aren't going to connect to you talking about 5 things you must know before you buy your first house, because some people aren't in that position yet that they're even thinking about buying their first house. But what people can connect to is you going bowling on the weekend and you showing you suck, but you are showing it, and like you are doing your best, and like it is funny because you're really trying. Or, you know, again, you may like walking your dog on a trail. Maybe that's peaceful for you, but guess what? That's peaceful for me too. And I can relate to that. And it's real and it's authentic. One thing that I want to mention, since I just said that word authentic, I thought of the book, The Go-Giver. Most of us have read that book because it's a book that Cutler recommended that we all read. And we had a presentation last year at first day of spring. But the 5th key of value was the law of authenticity. And when it comes to video, one of the best pieces of advice that I've ever received was you have to be authentic. People want to see the real you. If you go to my Instagram page right now, if you go to my YouTube channel right now, if you go to my Facebook right now, you are going to see the same Devin there as you see right now, as you see in the closing room when we're doing your signings. The law of authenticity is one of the best laws, because I think her name was Deborah Davenport, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, but that was a lady in the book, and she was given that presentation, and she had mentioned that she had tried everything when it came to blowing up her real estate business. She had tried every close in the book, and she was just about to give up. And she gave one thing that she really hadn't tried, and that was her being herself. And when it came to my video success, what really blew up my channel was me being open and honest and real with my viewers, right? That's what people wanted to see. People want to see the real you. You know, it's so easy for us, again, like I mentioned at the beginning, to get into that teacher mode where we want to jump on Instagram and we want to, you know, get this camera. These are 5 things that you need to know before you buy a house, or these are 3 things that are must-dos before you list your house for sale. Like, we all want to do that, guys. And yes, that has a time and a place. We're going to talk about that because that's important. But on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, what you're going to realize is you're going to lose your following. And people may not unfollow you, but what's going to happen is they're going to be scrolling and they're going to see your video and they're going to keep scrolling because people want to be entertained. We get on social media to get a relief, right? So again, for the last time today, post videos of things that you love doing on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, right? And have your peers share them. It's an opportunity for you to stop being selfish with the gifts that you have and share them with the world, right? What's going to happen is the world is going to pour more opportunities back to you, right? Because you are able to help more people. You're going to be able to help more people with their real estate needs because you're going to have connections with more people and more people are going to be seen. Now, there's this saying that's sometimes funny in real estate. We have a lot of secret agents out there. And I don't mean that with any disrespect, but we're real estate agents. We're not secret agents. And I have a lot of people on my Instagram, on my Facebook, that I follow and that I'm friends with. And what I realized is, as far as social media as a whole, not just videos, but as far as social media as a whole, a lot of the realtors that I have on there are secret agents, right? They never post anything. So, you know, it's scary because it's almost like you're in the, you know, you're part of the Secret Service. Like, I have an uncle who's in the Secret Service. I get why he doesn't post, but we're realtors. We want people to know that we are relatable. We're cool. We're hip. We want to help you. But the only way that we can do that is if we no longer are secret agents. We have to put stuff out there, right? So again, don't be afraid to share your life, because you sharing your life may help save somebody else's life. And the only reason that they may decide to work with you is because of you posting a piece of content, whether that be a video, whether that be a post. People want to get to know the real you, right? So be that inspiration that people need. What kind of equipment do you need to do this stuff? Because like I said, it all sounds good, right? It sounds good. What kind of equipment do you need? I can tell you that I've made, and I'm not, you know, saying this to brag or boast or anything crazy like that, but I'm just saying, so you can understand how real your situation is, how you can start this today. My wife and I, we have made over $20,000 posting on YouTube just from the same phone that I use to talk to all of your beautiful faces every single day. This iPhone right here, and this can apply to the iPhone, this can apply to any modern day Android that you have. Our phones have the opportunity to do so much, and we use so little of the capabilities of these phones. It's crazy. All you need is a basic phone. And when you're recording videos, if you don't feel comfortable yet holding the camera like this or holding the camera like this and you talking to it, you can have your husband, you can have your wife, you can have your friend. If you guys are out at a social event and you want to record the moment, you can have someone else record you, right? So all you need to get started, you don't need $1,000 camera to make videos. And that's a big misconception. That's a big excuse I see when a lot of people are talking about making videos. They're always like, well, I don't have the camera, so I'm not going to do it. It's a good excuse, but you don't need the camera. All you need is this, and you're on it every day anyway. So you might as well use it to make your business better and provide more value to your business and your people that you're trying to help. Basic editing tools. I want you guys to write these down. Micah, this is going to be recorded, right? Perfect. So if you miss a couple things during this, you can always go back. We're going to put this on our
this is going to be recorded and posted to our YouTube channel. So
perfect. So there's 2 video editing apps that I want you to write down. Now, for both of these apps, when you first get on them, if you've never done any basic level editing, they may look a little strange to you because, again, you've never done this. You're not a movie director. You don't split up clips. This is not what you do. Your job, you provide value to your clients. That is your job. So this is going to look a little different at first. But what you can do is you can search both of these platforms that I'm getting ready to tell you about. You can go to YouTube University and you can watch a quick how-to video once you've recorded a video, how to actually edit it, how to cut out your ums if you don't want all your ums in there, because most likely you're going to have a few ums the first time you pick up this bad boy right here. You're just going to be nervous. So it's natural, right? But the first app, and it only applies if you have an iPhone for this one, the first one, is going to be iMovie. I started off editing all of my content with iMovie. It is very easy. Nikki's shaking her head because she uses it on a daily basis. And it's so easy and user-friendly once you spend a little time getting to know it. Another app that I recommend is labeled VN. So that's V and then N. I'm trying to think of violin. I was trying to think of a word that started with V. I was like, that's kind of hard. But violin and then Nancy, VN. And both of these apps, now that app you can use Apple or Android, and you can just go to your store. The cool thing about both these platforms, again, is they are free. So you can't use the excuse of, well, I don't want to pay for, a video editing software. I don't want to do all of that. Like, you don't have to worry about it. It's free. So it's not costing you anything. And to be honest, editing at first for me was kind of annoying just because I didn't know how to do it. But once you edit a couple videos, as long as you're not doing too much and you're keeping things pretty basic, what you're going to notice is it's kind of like playing a game on your phone. You're kind of getting rid of a little bit, splitting it here, putting it here. And it's really not bad once you get to do it. But like I said, you have YouTube University that you can type in how to use VN or how to use iMovie. And there are thousands of free videos out there that will walk you step by step. If you have never done a thing in your life, it will take you from beginner to master. So those are some apps. How to become more comfortable on the screen. Now we're nearing our end right here, guys. So we're going to start wrapping up. How to become a little bit more comfortable. Hate to say this, guys, but how do you become comfortable when you first start selling real estate? How do you become comfortable when you're riding a bike? How do you become comfortable doing anything? You practice and you practice and you practice. The reality is, we're not expecting your content to be perfect, right? If you were some movie star, you wouldn't be right here. You would be filming a movie, right? You would be off filming a movie and you wouldn't be in real estate, right? So we don't expect you to be a movie star. My videos now being 3-4 years in are a lot better than they were when I started, but they're not movie level quality. There's a lot of content creators that make videos that are 10 times better than mine, but imperfect action always triumphs over no action at all, right? And what I've realized, and sometimes I can get a little self-conscious with my content. I sometimes feel like, dang, like, but his videos are so cool. Like he has the drone footage and he's doing this, he's doing that. Like nobody wants to see mine. And then I'll go to my Instagram, right? And I'll go to my DMs, my private messages, and I'll have 20 messages from people saying, Devin, why haven't you been posted on YouTube? Like, have you given up on YouTube? Like, dude, we miss seeing your content every week. Like, what's going on? So at the end of the day, what I've realized is that the people that are going to support you and the people that are gonna watch your content and get to know the real you through your videos, they don't care about the stuff that we're thinking about. Like sometimes, like I've listened to people, they say, well, what about, man, I got wrinkles, like, or my hair is looking crazy, or I need a haircut. Like to be honest, guys, people have people stuff. We all have the same stuff. We're all gonna age. We all have stuff. And what's real and relatable is a person that's real rather than a person that is not going to show themselves because of stuff that they're self-conscious about, right? A lot of times we'll hold back our gifts and we'll be like, oh, well, nobody wants to see me. I'm too young, or nobody wants to see me. I'm too old. And the reality is some people aren't gonna relate to me. I may be too much for some people, and that's okay. And some people aren't going to relate to you. You may not be enough for some people. That is completely okay. But the reality is there's some people out there that are going to connect to me. And there's some people out there that's going to connect to you, because that's the cool thing about this world that we live in. We're all different. We all connect to different things. I may be too loud, too much in your face. You may be more soft-spoken and more relatable to some people, right? They may see me and get scared. They may see you and be calm, right? So don't worry about all the imperfections. Don't worry. Of course, you want to be dressed nice. This video may be seen by 1 million people, right? Now that's a far stretch, it better be a bomb video, and it must get, that's viral right there, but you always want to look, of course, nice, but don't worry about the stuff, because like at the end of the day, everybody has stuff. Right? So just keep pushing forward, like don't let that stop you, because nobody cares at the end of the day. Nobody's going to go home to the dinner table and be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they posted that video. Did you see what, oh my God, like nobody cares, guys. It's a video. They're going to see it. They're going to laugh. And next time they see you, they're going to be like, oh shoot, I didn't know you did that. How do they know? You showed it on video. They built a connection with you. Now they want to talk to you about it, which is sweet. Now last, before we end, guys, and we got 10 minutes left until we promised you guys we'd be fully done. I promised I would talk about real estate related videos, right? Because real estate related videos are super important, but they have a time and a place. We've talked about what I feel as if are the most important videos, the videos that are going to build a connection with the people that you're trying to build a connection with, so that they will feel comfortable when they actually get in contact with you. I'm going to be honest, guys, as a young guy in the real estate world, one of the things that's kind of intimidating, and I'm just going to be 100% honest and transparent with you guys. This is a lot of value you guys are getting right now. Like, we may need to talk about this afterwards. But one of the things I want to be very transparent about is sometimes as realtors, you're already looked to as local celebrities. And the reason I say that is because as you're driving through the neighborhoods, we see your signs all over the place, right? We know that you're selling all these houses. We know that, you're probably doing really well, like we know that. So sometimes as clients, we can sometimes feel a little intimidated by you, right? You see this person's signs all over the city. Well, the guy is selling some houses, or else his signs wouldn't be all over the place. So I may not feel comfortable as a millennial calling a realtor like that, right? Because I may not have had a connection. All I see is this guy's signs everywhere. A lot of people who are in high places, a lot of times are unapproachable, right? And that may not be the case with you, but that's the stigma in this world, right? Like a lot of times, like I gave this example to Micah, as the president of a company, a lot of people might feel as if a president of a company may be a little bit unapproachable. Now, the dope thing about it is Micah is here on this call. Like, he does stuff like this all the time. So here at Cutler Real Estate, we know that Micah is family just like everybody else, and he's here to help. He wants to pour as much value as possible. This is actually Micah's idea right here, making these videos and doing this. But sometimes it can be very scary reaching out to people that we don't have a connection to, right? So videos give people a real idea of who you are and they allow people to see that even though you're a busy realtor and everybody's ringing your line and you're that person in real estate, they can still feel comfortable picking up the phone and calling you, because that is your ultimate goal. Our business is nothing if nobody calls us and wants us to help them buy or sell. So we never want to look a certain way, look unapproachable. We want to look and we want to build that connection with people. And the only way that we can do that a lot of times is by showing who we are through posts on social media, whether that be pictures. And a lot of times videos can show, like, just hearing somebody's voice and hearing that, okay, he's not a like he's soft spoken, he's relaxed, he's chill, he's fun, you know, like I would feel comfortable picking up the phone and calling somebody like that, you know. So that's something that I really wanted to share, because, you know, sometimes that may be another reason why some people may feel more comfortable reaching out to a family member sometimes over reaching out to you, even though they know that you're the better option to help them. It's just, they may not have any connection to you. They've never seen you talk. They've never seen you do anything. They just know that they see your signs everywhere, and, you know, seems like you sell a lot of houses. So build that connection with people. But again, the real estate related videos are so important, and these videos are going to be used a little differently than the Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook videos. These videos are going to be for your clients. These can be your pre-clients, which are clients that you know are going to be in the pipeline soon, right? Your clients that you know are going to be looking to buy a house in the next couple of years. These are videos that you can send to them. These are videos that you can send to your past clients, right? A lot of people want to know, like, all right, what's the value of my home? How do I find the value of my home? Maybe you can make a video on that and send it to your past clients every year. What does that do? It keeps you top of mind, right? You may want to send them other videos throughout the year. One video a year isn't going to keep you top of mind, but as you continue to send them content, what that's going to do is that's going to keep you top of mind, right? What I recommend you doing as well, you have your Instagram set up, you have your Facebook set up, right? Do you need both? No, but, you know, it doesn't hurt to have both, right? If you're already very active on Facebook, rock that one out for your videos, your personal videos. But what I recommend you doing, and this is free as well, everything we've talked about today is free. So it's really just up to you to make something with it. But what I want you to do is I want you to start a YouTube channel. You're just going to go to youtube.com and you're going to hit create channel. You don't have to worry about putting a picture up right now. You don't have to worry about doing any of that. Create a channel. And what I want you to do is once a week, challenge yourself for the next 52 weeks, or just do it for the rest of the year, right? The next 40 weeks, challenge yourself to post a video a week on that YouTube channel of something that's real estate related. Now, I do want to mention something while I'm right here, and this is very important, and I don't want to forget because it's actually really important. When you are recording content for Instagram and Facebook, the content is going to look better if you're holding the phone like this. I'm holding the phone vertically, up and down. When you're recording content on YouTube, you want to hold the camera horizontally. And the reason I say that is because if you don't on YouTube, you're going to have these big, ugly black lines on the side of your video, and it just doesn't really look like you know what you're doing. So you just want everything you post to look somewhat professional, because again, you don't know how many people are going to see these videos. So you want to make sure that what you're posting is presentable and nice, because, you know, you may get a lot of views on these videos. It may surprise you guys. So your YouTube channel, share your YouTube channel with clients who are looking to do something real estate related, whether that buy or sell. Now, something else cool that we're actually implementing here at Title One, and it's an idea that, again, very few people will actually choose to do it, but it's something that's really not that difficult, and it's something that could actually provide a lot of value to your clients. What we're doing now at Title One is we've created a series. So we are sending clients, as you guys send us in a deal or a transaction, I apologize, as you send us in a transaction, a real estate purchase contract, when we get the contract, what we do is we open the order. When we open the order, it's so cool because your client gets a video of me saying, thank you so much for allowing Title One to serve as your title company for this process. This is what you can expect over the next few weeks until your closing date. A couple weeks later, or actually a couple days later, they get video number 2. A couple weeks later, they get video number 3 from me. And then when we close, they get video number 4. What we're doing is we're basically giving our clients an idea of what's going on behind the scenes so that they're not wondering, oh, shoot, I haven't heard anything from the title company in a while. I hope everything's okay. You know, like they're getting an update from me in the form of video that they can click on. They can see my smiling face. They can see me excited, pumped, ready to go. And they're able to see that, hey, we're moving forward. So you as a realtor, how does that relate to you? So this is the cool thing. And this is the really cool thing about videos. You make the video one time. So you make a video, congratulations, you just got this house under contract. You are doing so great. You know, we finally got it accepted. We got the offer accepted. Next steps, we need your earnest money immediately. So I need you to bring that to me, or if we're doing easy earnest, you can send them. You'll be expecting a link to come from me. Where your home inspections are next week, or we're got to get your home inspection scheduled. So I'll be in contact with that. And you can explain any other things that you want to. You may be hearing from the title company here coming up pretty soon as well, right? So you as a realtor can have a little video series that you send out to your clients throughout the process to keep everybody updated with what's going on. The cool thing about it is you don't have to do that for every single client. You make these videos one time and you're able to send these videos out thousands of times, right? To all the different clients that you're going to work with over the years. Now, what you may notice in about 5 to 10 years, they're going to be like, hey, you look a little different in video than you know, but that happens, you know, like that's real life. So guys, at the end of the day, you can upload these videos onto your YouTube channel. And what you can do, and what I do in my phone, is I actually have in my notes, I have pre-written out messages. And you can pre-write out messages. Congratulations. We are officially under contract. Let's go. You know, exciting, you know, because it's a big deal. And you can say, please take, you know, a minute to watch the video down below. It's just going to explain next steps. You copy and paste the note. You copy and paste the link to your video that's on your YouTube channel that you pre-recorded. You send it to your client and you're done. Hands off. So real estate related videos are awesome as well. But again, on social media, a lot of times you get one opportunity. And once you lose somebody's interest, you know, a lot of times you're not going to get it back. And that's the tough thing. People are heartless on the internet. But what I love about social media, guys, and I'm going to end it with this and then we'll open it up for any questions. What I love about social media, you look at the idea of a billboard, right? You spend thousands of dollars a month on a billboard, right? You got a billboard. Cool thing about it, right, is as people are going down the highway, they see it. That's dope. That's what's up. But what happens if I'm not going down that highway? Never see it. Never knew it existed. It's not really dope. Cool thing about social media is you post a video, right? So your face is out there, your name is out there, your smile is out there, your energy is out there, and it can be shared to thousands of people across your city. In the matter of 24 hours, everybody on Facebook has seen that video. Some stuff on social media is like wildfire. Like once it's on fire, it's everywhere. Like, and it's crazy. A couple years ago, from my YouTube channel, the city of Akron had found out about what I was doing on my channel. And I got reached out to by the Akron Beacon Journal. And you guys can actually look this up for yourselves. If you type in Devin Clark, Akron, Ohio into Google, too much of my information will pop up. But you type that into to Google, type in Devin Clark, Akron, Ohio. I was blessed a couple of years ago. I know I don't remember the date. I want to say it was a couple of days before I got married. I knew I had a lot going on that week, and I didn't really have enough time to focus on that moment as I would like to have had. But it came and it went. But I was featured first page. I was on the first page of the Akron Beacon Journal, and it was a picture of me on my motorcycle, and it was an article written up about me in the videos that I post, and talking about the lives that I've touched just from me posting real relatable content. And I remember on Facebook that day I had went on, and it seems like I didn't see anything on Facebook that day other than my face on the front of the Beacon Journal. And it spread like wildfire. Like it was like 100 shares, and everybody's page that I went to, it was there. And I was like, this is crazy. But that's how social media is so cool. Instead of a billboard being in one place, guys, your video can be all over the place all day, and it's free. So if you get anything out of this presentation, I want to leave everybody with this, and then we'll open it up for questions. Take the time to learn this skill, because this skill will never, ever, ever go anywhere. Content, this is just the beginning for content. And the winners in every field are going to be the content creators. because things are changing in this world. So the sooner you can get ahead of the curve and you can start working this camera a little bit and getting that angle and recording you some content and posting it out there for the world to see, and you can build connections with people, the better off you're going to be. So I want to open it up for questions. If nobody has questions, of course, Mike, if you want to ask any last minute questions, yeah, we'll go from there. I want to appreciate, thank you guys so much again for joining us today too. This has been cool.
Yeah, thanks, Devin. Yeah, real quick before I wrap it up, any questions, feel free to unmute yourself. Any questions at all?
So before we end, since we don't have any questions, I want to share. So we mentioned it in the video, Micah, but it was funny. It's worth mentioning again. So this is a funny story, and I like sharing it just because it was just so crazy, right? So this happens kind of on a semi-regular basis. This is like a warning when it comes to making videos. So as you do start making videos, you may randomly be out in public, right? And you may randomly notice people staring at you because they know you. They know you from the video, but you don't know them because they're a stranger. You know, you weren't watching the video on the other side of the end. So one day, my wife and I, we were going actually on our honeymoon trip this past September, and we were walking through the airport, and we were in Charlotte, right? We had a like one of those, what do they call it when you stop somewhere and then you fly out of that airport and you keep going, whatever it's called. But we're in Charlotte and we're walking down the gate to get on our plane, and this guy is just staring at me, and I'm like, dang, like, what's going on? So I mean, he's staring hard. I'm like, what's going on here? I'm grabbing my wife. I'm like, hey, don't be like, hey. So, and long story short, we get down and I'm smiling at him at this point because I'm like, this is just weird. Like, dude is really staring at me. And I'm like, what's going on, man? And he was like, Dev, Mama, I'll watch you guys on the YouTube channel. I said, let's go. Like, and stuff like that happens all the time, guys. It's hard for me to go to motorcycle events now and not be known. Like, I feel like, to be honest, I tell Micah this all the time. When I go on motorcycle trips, I feel like a celebrity because everybody watches the channel, everybody, you know, rocks with the channel, and it's just cool. So one heads up, you know, you will sometimes feel a little famous, you know, don't let that get to your head, you know, stay humble out there, you know, have fun with it, guys, because the videos have a way of really, you know, providing a lot of value, and you're going to see that when you're out and about. So,
hey, Devin.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Hey, I'm going to, you know, I dabble in it, but I don't do it enough. So I'm going to take your challenge. And what's funny, everything you said is true. 2 nights ago, I was just talking to my daughter about video and, you know, can she help me do some stuff? She said, I don't know anything about real estate. I said, people don't always want to see real estate. They want to see you golfing or at a simulator or walking or doing a stupid blooper reel. I mean, I don't edit my videos when I'm doing them, and some of them I'm stumbling around, but who gives a crap? People
Nobody. That's funny. That's what people want to see. People want to see the real. They don't want to see some perfect, you know, perfectly edited, you know, who's this superhero person. They want to see the real you. So I think
it's actually so funny because, Steve, I'll say, like, some of the probably the most videos that I've watched on, you know, Cutler Chat have been your, you know, What the Fridays, where you're just holding your phone in a you know, a dilapidated foreclosure and you're showing me like the dead raccoon or whatever, you know, but it's just, you know, it's just fun to, you know, to kind of open up, see your world a little bit. So,
yeah,
but yeah,
nobody's called me polished ever.
That's all right.
But really,
and you were what, like the #2 realtor in the state of Ohio 4 years ago. So, you know, that's awesome. So,
Micah, you just said something that was really interesting. I want you to say it again. You said that I love to see the inside of your world.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's absolutely.
Everybody loves to see the inside of each other's world, because a lot of times all people know is what we show them, right? So if all they see is I'm a realtor and I'm selling houses all day, like, it looks like that's all you do. It looks like you don't have a life. But if you show people the real inside into your world, that truly builds a connection. Like, I feel like that helps me get to know people better. When I see you guys post videos of stuff that you do outside of work, that's stuff that I can say, hey, like, I didn't know you did this. That's dope. And we have a whole new conversation. So I like that. Thank you, Steve and Micah.
I love it. Well, you know, I always tell Devin, you know, it's always fun. Well, first of all, Devin, thank you. Absolutely. I always tell Devin, I'm like, Devin, shouldn't you like be off like being the president of the United States or something? I mean, I wonder why he's selling title insurance, but we're so thankful and we're so blessed, and we love having Devin. So Devin, thanks, you know, for taking the time to, you know, step into your world a little bit, what you do outside of Title I. But no, it's been awesome, and I appreciate you taking the time. But if anybody has any questions, actually, we're going to post this whole webinar. We're going to post it on our YouTube channel, so you guys can share it with whoever you want. If there's real estate agents in your office that you think will benefit from it, feel free to send it out to them. Shoot them a text with the link. And if you guys have any questions on something that maybe, you know, Devin didn't have time to go deep enough into, like editing apps, and, you know, we could even do like a 30-minute webinar on how to use iMovie or whatever if you want. I know there's some people out there, like my wife, she just started doing video, and I'm so proud of her. But, you know, at first it took her like, you know, an hour to do like a 10-second video because she kept recording it, and she's got her Instagram filters on and, you know, all that stuff. But she's gotten more comfortable and she's gotten better. And now she's pumping out like videos you know, she can do a 10-second video in like 10 minutes now versus an hour, you know, so it's really cool. So I'm proud of her. But yeah, like Devin said, practice makes perfect. Just get some content out there. The best thing about video is it's not live. You're not in front of everybody. You can close yourself in your office, you know, in your bedroom or whatever, record something, you can re-record it, you can trim it down, clip it, take the bad stuff out. But yeah, so just do something. You know, Rich Mott says anything works, nothing doesn't. So just post something, you know, try your first video, see how it goes. But if you have any questions, let us know. We're so thankful for everybody on the call. From Title I, just I know a lot of big Title I